Hello everyone, and welcome to a new episode of Am I the Asshole? If you like listening to Reddit stories, it would really support the channel if you could like or subscribe. So let's dive into our first story right away. Would I be the asshole if I only spoke German to my husband, despite him requesting I don't? IF of 31 recently signed up to sit an advanced German exam with the full support and encouragement of my M30 husband. We live in Germany, where I work in an English-speaking environment. So to get extra practice in, I told him that after X date, we'd switch to German, which he is fluent in, grew up here. We've managed 2 days so far, where even if he accidentally says something in English, I answer in German. But last night, he told me he needed a break from me speaking German. I refused and said it's only for 10 weeks until my exam, then I'll go back to English. He says, I don't sound like his wife when I speak German. I asked if it was because my mistakes were jarring or my vocab was causing issues. He said it just didn't feel like he was speaking to his wife. I think it's vital that I stick to my plan to get my speaking practice in. He seemed a bit sad after I said no. Would I be the asshole if I carry on auf Deutsch? Update, thanks to most of you for very well thought out and reasonable comments. I tried to read as many as possible and appreciate the different viewpoints. My husband came home this evening, we ate dinner, and I apologized, in English, for not being very understanding. I showed him the post. Some of the comments made us laugh so much. We discussed and found a healthy compromise that works for both of us to help me prep, but not exhaust him after a long day. I've also taken on your suggestions of other places I can try and hone my German conversation skills, and we'll try some of them out. Fun fact, it's been proven that our personality changes, or more accurately, slightly shifts when we speak in a different language. Because language frames how we perceive the world and others, and how we relate our experience to our interlocutors, it has a big influence when it comes to relationships. So I absolutely understand what your husband means by he doesn't feel like he's speaking to his wife. However, despite the uncomfortable experience of it, I do believe that you being able to succeed at your exam with what I imagine the future of your life in Germany, with him hanging in the balance, with what it implies for your everyday life, your professional future, potentially your immigration paperwork, is more important than this temporary issue. It is, in fact, only for 10 weeks. To me, you're not the asshole. But I recommend inviting German-speaking friends and family over, going to the movies, or any activity that works for you along those lines. So maybe he gets some time off from being your immersion tutor every day of the week. I totally agree. Sometimes I want to tell people, do you know how smart I sound in my language? Like Gloria from Modern Family said, I have a friend who always tells me I'm so funny in Macedonian. Too bad you don't understand it. It never fails to make me laugh. Your husband saying, you don't sound like my wife in German, isn't about your language skills. It's about missing the natural, intimate connection you share in English. While your dedication to learning is admirable, there's a smarter way to do this that won't strain your marriage. Instead of going full German 24/7, try this. Schedule specific German time slots, breakfast, evening walks, 1 meal a day. Keep emotional or important conversations in English. Maybe do a fun weekly German date night. Use English when either of you needs to feel closer. Think of it like a musician practicing. They don't play intensively 24/7, they have dedicated practice times. You can still ace your exam without making your husband feel emotionally disconnected for 10 weeks. Bottom line, WIBTAH. There are many ways to practice German, but you've only got one husband. Find the balance that lets you grow your skills while keeping your relationship strong. Your marriage shouldn't have to take a 10-week pause for an exam. You're the asshole. Has your husband, not your teacher, and he made a plea for just a break. Practice on someone else from time to time. Let him have a little bit of English from you, at least once a day. Maybe set a plan where you speak English at breakfast, for example, so you have a block of time where he knows what to expect and when not to expect it. I was on your side until I read this. Plan is for 10 weeks. So over 2 months of being forced to speak a language he doesn't want to at all times to help you pass an exam, is excessive. Having a period of time where you just speak in German, maybe an hour or two a day or 1 day a week, seems a reasonable compromise. Nothing but German for 10 weeks when he's already expressed he isn't happy with it isn't fair or reasonable. You're the asshole. Well, that's another episode of Am I the Asshole in the books. I really appreciate all of you who made it this far into the video. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, it would really help the channel out a lot if you gave the video a thumbs up, subscribe, or leave a comment down below. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.